What's up, Pokemoshpit? I got a battle here with Jaymon from the Cerebi chat. So, yeah, this is my first time uploading here, so here we go. He's going to lead off with a Gyarados, I believe. Yeah, he goes with Gyarados, I go to Registeel, and I was predicting a taunt, so I just decided to go for a Seismic Toss, but he goes for a Dragon Dance instead. And that kind of scared me, because this is like my especially bulky Registeel. So I was kind of fearing like the Earthquake, and he goes for another Dragon Dance. So now I'm really scared, but I go for a Toxic and I miss, and that really sucked. Because, I mean, I want to get that thing Toxic so it can't just sweep my whole team. And he goes for the Waterfall. So at that point I'm thinking he doesn't have Earthquake because he would have gone for it and he would have killed me. So I get the Toxic off, and now that thing's Poison, which is really good. So now I'm going to switch out. Nobody's going to go for the Waterfall, go into Quagsire, and take it like a beast. And now I'm going to go for an Ice Punch, because the only thing I have to damage it. And he switches into a Dragonite, which is freaking win, because Dragonites don't like ice. So that Ice Punch just shits all over the Dragonite, and he goes for an Outrage. And I actually misclick right here, and actually hit Recover, but it kind of worked out okay, because I get to see what he's going to do, and I go right back to full health. So now I'm going to go for the Ice Punch, knowing he can't switch out. He has to go for at least one more turn of Outrage. So I go for the Ice Punch, and that's going to kill the Dragonite. So I've got a pretty decent start here. And I get my lefties. So now he's going to go back out into the Gyarados, and he gets the Intimidate, so my Ice Punch aren't going to do jack shit. And he goes for an Ice Fang as I go for an Ice Punch. And that doesn't do anything, but I'm just trying to get damage on this thing. And he goes for another Ice Fang. I'm guessing he's going for the Freeze Hacks, because he actually does have the Earthquake, as I find out later. Because right here, I'm thinking, I want to get my rocks up, like really bad. So I know I can switch into an Ice Fang and take it like a beast, because Registeel won't take anything, but he actually misses, so I'm like, ah. And the thing lives with like 1 HP, which just pisses me off. It pisses me off even more because he survives and then goes for an Earthquake. And I was like, why didn't he do that from the start? It didn't even make any sense, you know? And he gets a crit on top of that, which I think that actually mattered. Because Registeel's, even though I don't have any defense EVs, that wasn't stabbed, and Registeel's got amazing defense. But anyways, that thing dies to the Toxic. And so it's like a double KO, and I go into Quagsire as he goes into Politoed, and I want to get that thing Toxic because I know they're pretty bulky. And it's always nice to have bulky things poisoned. So he's going to keep going for those Ice Beams, which aren't doing too much, especially considering I can recover off all that damage whenever I feel like it. So I just go for an Earthquake, and that's going to do a decent chunk considering how bulky Politoeds are, and with the Poison and the Earthquake, that thing's going to die here pretty soon, so I'm just going to keep going for those Earthquakes, and he's going to keep going for those Ice Beams. He's really liking those Freeze Hexes, I guess, even though he doesn't get it ever, but still, it's the thought that counts. And yeah, that Poison's really starting to take its toll on the Politoed, and after an Earthquake and the Poison, that Politoed is definitely going to die. So I EQ it, and after the Poison, again he lives with like 1 HP, of course, and yeah, that Politoed goes down. So I got a pretty good advantage here. It's like 5-3, I think. And he goes into a Hitmonchan. I know the close combat's coming. I go into Weezing, and Weezing's going to take that close combat like a champ. And it does absolutely nothing, and he gets the special attack drop, special defense and defense drop. What am I talking about? And he switches into Rhyperior. I went for a Thunderbolt because I didn't want to go for a Fire attack because he might, I haven't seen his whole team, he might have something that can take that, like a Heatran or something, I don't know. And Thunderbolt does just as much, so why not? But he goes into Rhyperior and kind of doesn't do anything. And I burn the Rhyperior as he rock polishes, so yeah, that thing's useless now. And I just go into Quagsire because I can hit it with some super effective Earthquakes, and with the burn, yeah, he's not going to be doing much. So that Earthquake, I mean, it is stabbed. I know it's not going to do that much considering he has like Solid Rock and amazing defenses and all that stuff, but still. With the burn, yeah, he's going to die here pretty soon. And Yep, and the burn's gonna finish him off, and that's pretty nice. So I get my lefties, and Quagsire's looking pretty good right here. He goes into a Rotom, and I was predicting like a Will-O-Wisp or something, so I go into Ninetales, and he actually goes for Hidden Power, but it's Hidden Power Fire, which is just friggin' win. I go for the Hypnosis and miss, but which is ridiculous because I have Wide Lens. And he Thunderbolts me. I go for it again, and I do hit this time. And now I'm thinking, as long as he doesn't get first turn wake, I can Nasty Plot and just sweep his last two Pokemon. But you know what? He does get the first turn wake. I'm like, come on, give me a break here. I mean, seriously, I missed with the Hypnosis, and then you get first turn wake. I mean, that's just gay. But now he's gonna go. I'm gonna go into Quagsire, and I just want to get this thing Toxic because it's Life Orbed, and Life Orb Pokemon with Toxic are a dead Pokemon walking. Because I can just stall this thing out. And I go into Swellow knowing the Shadow Ball's coming. I resist it, get my Toxic Orb off. Now I'm going to U-turn out to Quagsire, hoping he goes for the Thunderbolt. And yeah, just getting some more toxic damage on that thing. But he makes a nice prediction and just goes for the Shadow Ball again and takes down my Quagsire. But after the poison damage and the Life Orb and everything, I'm going to be able to just go back into Swallow and just go for a Protect. And that thing will die to the poison. So now his last Pokemon's a Hitmonchan, and that's obviously going to die to a Brave Bird. So that's a good game, Jaymon. So you guys should go and check out my channel and stuff and send me some battle requests because I'm always looking to battle some new people. And yeah, like, comment, and sub and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you later. Peace out.